Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Sunday, May 5th, and the energies in the day adds up and reduce to number 9 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. So when it comes to today's energy brings me to the feeling of like something sudden happening that causes, like I think of like okay, so the image that I have in mind is like, say for example, you have 2 windows open in your home in 2 different rooms, and there's a door in between the rooms, and whenever the wind blows, sometimes the door slams, and it's like the door slams aggressively, and it's like a person could jump up and be like, oh, there's a ghost in the house, or oh no, the windows are open, and because of that the slam happens. So I feel like for someone, like it might feel like a door gets slammed today, whether you slam the door in someone else's face or someone slams the door on you, or something is slammed, like something closes. It's like a sudden and unexpected ending happens, but to me it's not sudden and unexpected. I feel like for some of us, like maybe since yesterday or Friday, there's been a buildup, but I could see how for some people it could feel sudden and unexpected, because I could see for someone where it's like Thursday, you know, everything felt really good. Everything felt like it was moving along. Everything felt right to a certain extent. And then boom, today comes and the door is slammed, and it's like, what the hell? Like I feel caught off guard, but I feel like the days moving forward, the days moving forward, there were signs. Like I think of how Pluto went into retrograde mode, and it didn't get into Capricorn yet, but I could see how, you know, the example that I was sharing yesterday about the whole bus situation, if that made sense to anyone. I could see how, you know, through conversation, reflection, someone realizes that they're in a dead-end relationship. They're in a dead-end connection. They're in a dead-end friendship. They're in a dead-end job. And it's like, it's dead-end because it's not going anywhere. And one of the 2 people in it wants it to go somewhere. So because of that, it's dead-end, and coming to the realization that this is dead-end. And from that, making a decision to like put this thing to an end. So for some, it'll feel like, damn, this was unexpected. And then for others, it's like, no, like I think of like someone quitting or getting, you know, fired type of vibe. Not saying that for anybody to watch this and go to work and be all scared. Like if you're watching these videos and me saying anything is causing you to be paranoid about your life, then you probably shouldn't be watching these videos. Then you probably shouldn't be watching them. I feel like I need to say that because I don't want anybody to ever watch these videos and feel like, oh, I said this, so because I said this, then that's what it is. No, like your reality is your reality. Let these videos inspire you, or if not, entertain you, but never dictate your world or your life. Like I wouldn't want that. When it comes to the spirit animal, we have the elk. And with the elk coming out and the way the elk came out the way it did brings me to, it's like something happening or having an experience, and it's almost like someone, it's like, say for example, you were in a relationship or you worked at a certain place, or you were part of a friend group and things didn't work out. And then it's like, because of the shift or the change in the dynamic of the thing, it's like you feel like you're not enough, you're not good enough. It's like someone wanting to hold their head down because of something ending. And it doesn't even have to be a relationship or a connection. Maybe someone realized that they could no longer afford to live in a certain home or in a certain community or have a certain car. Like maybe, you know, your car gets repoed, something comes to an end, and it's like a person wanting to hang their head down because of the shift that's happened, wanting to not, like, you know, feeling like this thing means that you're not enough or means something about you when it doesn't. It means about you whatever the heck you say it means about you, is what I'm getting. Normally on most days when the energies add up to number 9 vibration, you know, sometimes we can ignore the change, we can avoid it, we could run from it. But with today's energy, I feel like with the stellium and Mars, that impulsive Mars energy that we got going on along with our moon there, to me this vibe would bring me to that feeling where it's like I said, someone acts before they think. And it's like say I think of two people arguing and going back and forth, and one person breaks up or says something to end the relationship or end the connection, and thinking that they could circle around and take it back, and the other person won't allow them to take it back. And it's like the person who it was said to, even though they hate the fact that this was said and they wish it was never said, it's like they can't bring themselves to acting like it wasn't said, acting like it didn't happen. They can't bring themselves to the point of like disregarding it. It's like, I can't ignore this. It's like, you know, once you become aware of something, once you've learned something, you can't unlearn it. So it's like, now that I'm aware of this, now that I'm aware that you see me this way, now that I'm aware that you feel this way about me, now that I'm aware that this is the relationship dynamic, now that I'm seeing things clearly, I can't unsee what I've seen. I can't unsee what I've seen. I can't like dismiss this, is what I'm getting. But the biggest thing to me with this energy is to make sure that you don't make it mean something about you. Like, make sure you don't allow it to define you, is what I'm saying. Make sure you don't allow it to define you. So I have these 2 cards here. I'm gonna keep going because I felt like I could keep going. Okay, so this one wanted to jump. Okay, nice. So we have the 3 of Cups energy on when it comes to the tarot, and this brings me to that saying, as one door closed, another opens for sure. So for some of us, you know, there might be a situation where sudden and unexpectedly you got freed up out of a situation you always wanted to be up out of. And even though it's sad and disappointing that it happened, you know, because for a second, you know, it happened and it's sad and it's disappointing, to me emotionally is like being set free. So this would remind me of so what's coming to mind right now is interesting. It's like, say someone being in a relationship or a friendship or a connection, but it's not what their ancestors want for them. And a situation happened, like I mentioned earlier, and it's like something was said or something happened. Like, I think of like the moment where all of a sudden someone gets the urge to go do something. Maybe they get the urge to go scroll through some comments on Instagram or some comments on Facebook, or they get the urge to go looking for something and they don't even know what urged them to go looking. All of a sudden they just get the strong urge to go looking for something. They get the strong urge to ask certain questions. There is an urge to do something. And then after doing this thing, one stumbles upon something. And it's like you stumble upon something, and the way how the elk energy first came out, you stumble upon the thing. And when you stumble upon the thing at first, your first reaction is like, damn, like, what does this mean? And naturally, you know, for a lot of us, we self-destruct, we internalize, we beat ourselves up. So at first it's like something happened and the person's like holding their head down, like, you know, like, damn, like, not again, or why me, or this really sucks. But then with the 3 of Cups energy, it's like, to me, there's a celebration behind it. Like, this thing that didn't work out or this thing that has come to an end is really freeing you up for what's next. Like basically this is business as usual as far as your spirit guides, as far as life directing your steps. When it comes to today's energies, yeah, a lot of sudden and unexpected energies about the day. Some people are going to want to hang on for dear life, but you can't. You know, this change that's ushering in, like you can't. Like it brings me to like how during April, you know, we had the eclipse energy and then the full moon energy, Mercury retrograde energy. I feel like now within the first week and so of May, all of these changes that needed to happen is happening. It's almost like the way this energy would remind me of, it's like say all through April, you know, someone's dealing with some court and legal matters and things like that. And then finally the judgment is here. And all of these actions are now taking place, seeming sudden and unexpected. But really, the whole month of April was spent dealing with all of these legal matters to come to this realization. And for everyone, it'll look different, but something comes to an end today, whether it's your perspective on something, whether it's your belief on something, whether it's an actual thing, something comes to an end today, but it happens sudden and unexpectedly. It's like someone snaps their finger and it's like, boom, that's it. It's like a snap of a finger and something shifts, a snap of a finger, and you see something totally different. I feel like for some of us, this might have something to do with a relationship, a friend group, people we associate ourselves with, and, you know, maybe comfort, you know, something pushing us up out of our comfort zone. So instead of we get up out of our comfort zone, instead we annihilate the thing that's forcing us to get up out of our comfort zone, you know. But at the end of the day, I believe everything is happening for our greatest good, regardless of how it may seem. On a day like today, you know, some of us might avoid, like I think of the person who doesn't want to get that phone call. You know, there's that phone call or there's that thing that's going to let you know, okay, this thing has come to an end. So avoiding, you know, some of us will find ourselves in avoiding mode, and from being in avoiding mode instead, we find ourselves escaping reality. However, we escape reality to avoid, but whatever shift is happening today, you can't avoid it. Something comes to an end today, something, whether it's a perspective, a mindset. And I feel like yesterday, Saturday, you may have found yourself in the zone and like in the zone about it, or just zoom in on it. And then boom, today, you know, it happens. And the celebration energy, the 3 of Cups, it's like something evolves to a next level. So it's like, as a person may have thought they were losing one thing, they gain something else that calls for a celebration. At first, you thought you were losing this thing that brings shame and embarrassment, or just brings shame because it's like you're losing a thing, but then boom, you're moving on to something else, or something presents itself from this loss that's like wow, like, you know, something to celebrate. So today's energy brings me to that, as one door closed, another opens. But this energy also brings me to the fact that, you know, a lot of shifts has happened in our world, you know, all throughout the month of April. And to me, in May, a lot of doors are closing, like doors that have been open for a long time are closing. And for some of us, we're going to be mourning the loss of the ending, only because it's all we've known for a long time. It could be a real relationship. It could be a job. It could be a place of residence. It could be a mindset, a religious belief, a spiritual belief, you know, but something that has been like, I want to say foundational, but not foundational. Something that has anchored us in some way is being released. And like I said, at first, there is this feeling of like, I don't want to say shame, but it's like someone, you know, it's like holding their head down type of vibe from it. But then after it clicks and you realize how much of a blessing, you realize it's time. It's time to get moving. It's time to move on, to wherever it's time to move on to wherever it is that you made up your mind at some point in the past that you want to get to this place, and probably even forgot that you wanted to get there because you got so comfortable where you were at the moment, and things are moving along. Such a pleasure sharing this message with you. Hey guys, I want to share with you 7 benefits of getting a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session. The first one is understanding your internal programming. The second one is becoming more clear about your purpose and passion. The third is setting goals for success. The fourth is awareness of strength and areas of improvement. And the fourth one was foundational for me because whenever you're aware of your weaknesses, no one can use them against you. And when you're aware of your strengths, that makes you unstoppable. And that is why I say self-awareness is a superpower. The 5th benefit is removing obstacles. We first have to become aware of a thing in order to remove it in the first place. The 6th benefit is understanding relationship dynamics. We don't have to change the people in our lives. We have to become aware of ourselves and start from there, and everything changes. And the 7th benefit is upcoming transits, if that's something that you would like to look into because you're planning for something or you just want to be aware. So if you're interested in booking a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session or learning more about it, the link to book or the link to send me an email for questions are both within the description box below. If you'd like to check out my Patreon where I share exclusive content and also to become a part of the meetup group, which is my favorite thing on Patreon, the link to check out what's happening on Patreon is in the description box below. Please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a brown heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.